Okay guys, welcome back. It's time to take a look at the new character, Pulao Dragontoll. Now, I haven't had the chance to play this character before. On the Chinese version of the game, I didn't get her because at the time I was taking a break from the game. But on the global version of the game, I couldn't just skip her and, well, here we are. So, a very cute little character. Overall, very easy to get, only 2.5 thousand cards needed. The Uniframes or Transcendence are very interesting characters, and with this update they became, I would say, much more interesting to play. They have the new finish moves, and I believe most of the characters will get them in the future. Most of the Uniframes will get them, and I think that makes the whole game and overall the characters a lot more fun. Well, I have the character basically maxed out. I have unlocked everything that I can unlock. Mental age 14. Oh boy, a lot of you guys are going to jail. I'm just going to say that right now. Okay, joke aside, let's go and let's take a look at the stats. Now, as we can see, that they changed the name of the characters. Now the Transcendents are called Uniframes, and I think that's a very interesting thing that they did. Construct type, Vanguard, energy coefficient 100% physical, speciality, someone uses her signature move to summon her weapon, burst deals massive damage with core passive follow-up. On the graph we can see that she has a lot of burst, a lot of damage. The character difficulty might be, the learning curve is there and you have to know all the moves and all the combos, but with enough practice that is not going to be a big problem. And here you can take a look at the team composition. I have all the characters, and this is the team that I will be using throughout this video. And I think I'll just change the team at one point for a healer for a boss battle. And here you can take a look at the Warzone and Pain Cage setup. I will be using this setup, although I don't have the 6-star weapon, I only have the 5-star weapon, but the 5-star weapon should be enough. Now here you can take a closer look at the character. I really like how they gave her a lot of new facial animations. She's a little bit clumsy, and I think that is kinda obvious. But overall, you have three default coatings, and you have this one, Dragon Wood, that I think is paid, or perhaps will be available in the coating shop later on. Who knows? But overall, a very nice design, highly detailed. They have increased the graphics of the game quite a bit, and I'll use the final. Yeah, I think I'll use this one because I already have it unlocked and I like how it looks. Okay. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. Alright, let's go and let me show you the stats. Now the character is level 80. Here you can take a look at the hit points, attack, defense, and critical rate. Overall pretty good, pretty solid. Promote maxed out. Evolve, the current rank is rank S. In a moment we'll take a look at the skills, but let's take a look at the new Uniframe skills. Now this is basically the finish moves. The Dragon Claw, speed attack, Dragon Claw, spin, press and hold the dodge button to continuously deplete dodge gauge and dodge an enemy's all-out attack. Upon a successful dodge, Pulao Dragontoll will perform a powerful counter-attack move, Dragon Claw Spin, launching the target into the air and strangling it with her legs. Well, some would kill to have that death. Let's just say that. Before spinning and slamming it to the ground. Depending on the rank of Pulao Dragontoll, overall I would say it's a very interesting new mechanic. Upon the rank of Dragon Claw Spin deals the enemy physical damage equal to 6, 8, 10, 12% of target's max hit points and depletes 15, 20, 25, 30% of its finished gauge while dealing 370.59 physical damage to other surrounding targets. And with this you also get the new materials, the new stats that, well, not the stats, but the new materials that you are required to have in order to upgrade the skills. Let's go to the other one. Whirlwind Strike, finishing move. Whirlwind Strike, when the target has an empty finisher gauge and it's within range of the finish move. Whirlwind Strike, tapping basic attack, will summon Dragon Axe to crush the target as well as the surrounding units, dealing 447.06% physical damage. Pulao Dragontoll will then throw the target off the map basically. She will yeet the target off the battlefield. Literally yeeting. You will see it later in action. I really like the finisher move, it's hilarious. And it gives you some very suspicious angles, so yeah. Let's keep on scrolling down. And you need to have the same materials for this skill as well. Enhanced speed attack, Dragontoll spin deals 100% more physical damage to surrounding targets. Slamming the target to the ground will trigger the Dragon Cloud Spring effect. You can also get these to upgrades. Overall very nice. Enhanced team, after the Uniframe in the team uses a finishing move, the next incoming Vanguard's Uniframe class skill increases by 50% and its duration extends by 15 seconds. Again, also pretty solid to have, and you need to have the materials to upgrade the skill, and it requires the previous levels to be at level 18. Enhanced finish move, able to move when performing Whirlwind Strike and deal an additional 400% physical damage to surrounding units. All targets in the area that can be finished will be thrown off the battlefield by Dragon Axe. And it requires Whirlwind Strike level 5. So these skills do require some, they have some lower requirements, but overall it's nothing too bad. I would say very easy to get. Alright, well, those were the skills, and they do seem to be very interesting, and I can't wait to show you those skills in action. Okay, now it's time to take a look at the skills. The Red Orb, Magpie Cut, casts a roundhouse kick that deals 243.53, 487.06 and 730.59% physical damage. Gains super armor upon a 3 ping. Catching Dragon Axe will consume 25 Dragon Force and trigger Dragon Force breaking kick. The Yellow Orb, Dragon Impact, pulls in enemies in a large area and strikes them with Key Force, dealing 220%, 440% and 360% physical damage, and freezing them for 0.5 seconds. Gains super armor upon a 3 ping. Catching Dragon Axe will consume 25 Dragon Force and trigger Dragon Force Black Dragon Strike. Okay. The Blue Orb, Abyss Kick, performs kicking strikes that deal 220%, 440% and 360% physical damage. Gains super armor upon a 3 ping. Catching Dragon Axe will consume 25 Dragon Force and trigger Dragon Force Downward Cleave. Okay. Active skills. Dragon Strike. Basic attack, performs kicking and palm strikes with Key Force, dealing a total of 885.29% physical damage. Spirit Blade Dance, signature move, consumes 20 signature energy to cast Spirit Blade Dragon Throw, throwing Dragon Axe and dealing 11.76% damage to enemies in its path. Pulao Dragontoll can summon Dragon Axe back to her at any time. 1 second cooldown, 1 signature energy reaches 100. Pressing and holding the signature button will cast Blade Spirit Falling Stars, dealing 3705.88 area of effect damage. Blade Summon, QTE, when Dragon Axe is on the field, orders Dragon Axe to attack for 696.47% damage, otherwise summons Dragon Axe to attack for 696.47% damage. Vanguard gains 20% extra damage bonus and a shield that absorbs damage up to 20% of maximum hit points for 10 seconds when the character is deployed. Ultima Awaken gains 3 signal orbs when entering battle. Okay. Passive skills. Snow Dragon. Core passive. Whenever Pulao Dragontoll catches Dragon Axe, she will throw it again, dealing the same effect as Spirit Blade Dragon Throw. Basic attack and 1, 2, 3 ping will generate 3, 3, 6 and 12 Dragon Force up to 50 points. If Pulao Dragontoll catches Dragon Axe when performing her red, blue, yellow orb skill, consumes 25 Dragon Force to unleash Dragon Force combo, which Dragon Force combo with which tapping the basic attack button repeatedly will perform a follow-up combo that deals a total of 1200, 1200 and 1200 physical damage while performing Dragon Force combo, and the follow-up combo Pulao Dragontoll gains super armor and 80% extra damage reduction. Leader Child of Kulong, physical damage of all members increased by 5% and Vanguard Uniframe attack increased by 10%. Sovereign's Order, passive critical rate increases by 20%. Each Dragon Force combo recovers at most 24 signature energy. When Kupava unleashes signature Dragon's Wrath, Pulao Dragontoll accumulates 30 signature energy and 25 Dragon Force. Dragon's Aura, passive physical damage increases by 10%. Each Dragon Force combo recovers an additional 12 signature energy up to 36 energy per combo, gains 25 Dragon Force upon entering battle each time. And the last one, Free Dragon, passive when casting Speed Blade Falling Stars creates Dragon Cloud Spring for 10 seconds, during which the Kulong units within the area receive a 20% critical damage bonus and 10% physical damage bonus. Recovers one signal orb when casting Snow Dragon. Well, overall, very interesting skills, and definitely there is a learning curve, but it is not that difficult. Now let's quickly do the character trial, just to show you how everything looks in the training room. I think they also changed the training room a little bit. Okay, let's see. Pulao needs to accumulate energy to cast a signature move and throw Dragon Axe. Okay, let's do that. Ultimate, the first part of the ultimate ready. And here you can see how she does catch the axe when you don't do anything. I think that's actually a pretty unique little feature. Okay, triple orb combo, and then you click on the attack button. Accumulate Dragon Force with basic attacks and pings, and then cast the axe, and then you tap and hold to cast the second part of the ultimate skill, which will deal a lot of damage in the area. Overall, a very fun to play character, and I would say a straightforward way of playing. Does take some while to get used to, but once you play for a bit, then yeah, it is indeed ridiculously fun. One of the most fun movesets in the game, and this character is so easy to get. It's unbelievable. Okay, now let's go and let's do some boss battles, and then I will go and do the other challenge stages, just to show you the character in a real scenario. Now I used the memories that were recommended by the game, all of them, the full set, and I used the 5-star weapon. All of the equipment is fully upgraded and fully affixed, including the weapon, so I have about 6000 combat power, and that is not a bad number. I think that's pretty okay for a S class, and it doesn't require you to go above. I would say S class is more than enough to have fun with the character, but again, if you really like the character, you can go above that as well. So the first boss for today will be Camu. I usually start with Camu, but sometimes I start with the Nightmare Ball, and well, now there is no finish gauge on the bosses. It would be ridiculous if the bosses had a finish gauge. Perhaps later on some of the other bosses outside of the training area will have them, but in the training area we don't have them. We don't have the training gauge here, and well, I expected something like that would be fun. Let me just quickly retry this. That was a horrible start. Let's just try this again. This is the mid difficulty, requires 8000 combat power. I have 6000 combat power, so it should be okay, but I had a bad start, so let me retry that. Sometimes, for some reason, I'm not able to nail the moment, the right moment, and I mess up. Not really sure why that happens. Or sometimes the screen doesn't really respond to input. A lot of you guys have been asking me on what device I play, because there's no joystick on screen. I have disabled the joystick just so that it doesn't, you know, take a lot of room on the screen, so that the game looks good and clean. I like the clean UI, so that's what I usually do. But the joystick is there. It's just basically invisible because it does go in the way of the screen end. And for your viewing pleasure, I have that basically turned off. It looks like I'm playing on PC. The PC version of the game is fantastic, by the way. Definitely, if you have a potato phone, then the PC is the way to go, 100%. Okay, come at 2 health bars, and the ultimate is ready again. Now I see the finish gauge for a moment, and I got hit because I was looking at the wrong thing. But seems like the finish gauge is interesting. Well, I guess some of them have them, some of them don't. It's fine. Was a pretty smooth. That was a pretty smooth second run. Let's go to the Nightmare Ball. Now for the Nightmare Ball, because of the nature of the boss, I swapped. I have one healer and a tank and DPS at the same time. Because of the nature of the attacks on the Nightmare Ball. When the Nightmare Ball starts spamming the orbital attacks, they can be kinda nasty, so I have a healer to take damage and to heal the team if necessary, because you know the Nightmare Ball is unpredictable, and sometimes it does not want to go down from the sky for a very long time, and yeah, that can be kinda annoying. But I like the boss, one of my all-time favorite bosses in gaming history, to be honest. And there's a bunch of I have a bunch of favorite bosses. The Nightmare Ball is one of them. Let me just buy some time. Okay, and there is the Nightmare Ball. Back to the main character. Now, she does not take a lot of damage if you don't have the super armor. Quite a fragile character in terms of hit points, which is interesting. But overall, the animations that they done are fantastic, honestly. Okay, the Nightmare Ball doesn't have a finish gauge. That is a shield, so no finish gauge on the Nightmare Ball. It would be hilarious to watch the Nightmare Ball get yeeted off the screen. That would be hilarious. I will show you the finish moves on some of the other enemies. Right now, the game does not let me do them on the bosses for some reason. But that's fine. Now I'm trying to finish the boss with Pulao, so that's why I'm not doing the damage that I want to do, but now I'll just use the ultimate, and there we go. The Nightmare Ball has been yeeted. Okay. Okay. Let's go and do the other stages, the other tasking stages that I like to do. Oh, my apologies. I almost forgot about the Rosetta. How could I forget about the Rosetta? Sometimes I mess up with the boss a lot. Not really sure. Again, that's the same reason the same thing when I mess up with Camu, with the orbs, with the evasions. For some reason, sometimes I just don't feel the game, you know, and I mess up when I don't feel the game. But when I do feel the game, I play really good. Now, this boss is a boss that has weakness on katanas and on physical damage, so it shouldn't be a big problem to go through the boss with this current team. All of them are physical damage. I have Rosetta to increase the damage on the other characters, and overall to do a lot more. But overall, so far a good start. You know, it's so fun to... I mean, this game is known to have some ridiculously fun to play characters, and Pulao is definitely up there. Very fun to play. Not pretty sure what other coatings they will give away for the character. I think they will, at one point, they will give away a lot more coatings for the characters. Free ones, although most of them end up being available on the coating shop. I'm debating if I should get the Selena's coating. It looks good. I don't have the character yet, but it looks good. I haven't really farmed that often lately because it got a bit too repetitive, and we have the new update, so I just end up playing the new update a lot more often. But I'll get the character eventually. I will get the character eventually, not a big problem. And Rosetta has been blown up. Well then, that was a good run actually. First try, and the difficulty was medium, or not medium, second highest or highest. I don't know. I usually pick the mid difficulty, not the highest but not the lowest, based on the combat power of my character. And now let's do these stages. These stages are one of the more difficult ones because the bosses can one-hit you, and they're pretty good way to test out the character. The current record holder for the fastest clear time in this particular test is Liv Empyrea. She clears this in about 10 to 13 seconds. Basically, you spam the ultimate in the first moment when you can, and well, that's about it. Everything just dies after the ultimate does its thing. And this was a pretty smooth run. I actually cleared the stage fairly quickly. Okay, let's go to the Nightmare Rescue stage number 2. You have to be very careful because they do kill you in one hit. And I have to admit, I have no idea what's happening on the screen because of the effects. I usually keep the game on maximum, but sometimes the effects are in the way, and you don't see the character, you don't see the enemies, you don't see anything, and you don't know what's happening on the field. But it looks good, so yeah, I keep the maximum settings up and running. And I almost died and did not even notice. But the enemies are getting killed as well, so not a big problem. And the last one killed. Okay. Well, also pretty smooth. I don't know where I took damage, but doesn't matter. The stage is cleared. And let's go to the Nightmare Rescue 3. Well, these three enemies also can kill you in one hit, and all of these area attacks can do that as well. So you have to be careful. Not a good idea to get hit. And let's go to the next nightmare trial. And this is the one that I personally hate most because of that sentry gun. It can kill you and the other structure opponents can freeze you. And this was also fairly smooth. Okay, let's do some something that is more, I guess, bound to more gameplay. And this is the war zone. Thankfully, this is the physical map. And wave number 2, I'll do several runs. One minute and 35 seconds left. Okay, sorry for the weird silence. Had something in the background that I had to do. So far, a pretty solid and pretty smooth run. And I think this will be the last Warzone run. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the result. It does work really well with the recommended team, and I'm fairly sure you can also come up with a lot of different team options. So far, I really enjoyed the gameplay of the character. Wave number 4, I'm pretty satisfied because my current top score is basically with my main team that consists of structures that are ranked up to SS. They have 6-star weapons, and overall they have much better equipment, and I'm more familiar with them, I guess. But still, 354,000 points is really solid for a character that I basically just started playing. So yeah, very happy with the result so far, and again, the goal of the game is to have fun, and this character is extremely fun to play. Now, do I recommend that you go and get the character? I mean, she is only literally 2,500 black cards, 10 pulls short, because yeah, that's the Uniframes are usually, well, not usually, all of them are guaranteed after 10 pulls, and you get a lot of fun and a lot of performance with that. Okay, well, like I mentioned before, that was a very fun run. Hope that you guys enjoyed, hope that I could help you at playing the new character, and with that being said, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and with that being said, if you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe, and with that being said, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.